It is another beautiful day in West Central Wisconsin, and welcome to season 2, episode 41 of Banging on the Drum. I am your host, dawg, joined alongside my co-host, dawg. How you doing, dawg? That
Doing well,
good.
Pat. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, ready for this episode, kind of on a shorter schedule than normal. So usually we're taking them out on Thursdays, but I got stuff coming up this week, so I needed to record earlier. I'm the prima donna of the show, so
Generally, that's true. It's not always been true, but generally. So what do you got for overs and unders going into this week?
All right. So my under, I kind of talked about it last episode, was my wife thought that I had been training for this half marathon, like she had been training for this half marathon, that we were going to run on our own. And last episode, I was scheming on how I could get out of running the half marathon because we weren't going to run it together. So it didn't seem like it would be that big of a deal to just like bail out on it. But then I was starting to feel guilty and stuff. And anyways, long story short, I ended up doing it and it was miserable. Like your voice was going through my head, honestly, when I was doing it. I was like, yeah, it's like what Mike said. It's my body's not stopping. It's my mind that's going to be the thing that stops me. But I don't think that is real because there's no way I could have ran 13 more miles. Like, I don't think it was to run 13 more miles. Like, by the end of it, like my knees hurt so damn bad that I was like sure that I did permanent damage to them. Like, I was like, oh no, like I got a PT test coming up in about a month. Like, I am so screwed for all this stuff. And then my route at the end was like, it was leading into like a hill to get back to my house. And I was like, I can't do that hill. So then I seen,
and did you do the hill?
No, I seen a path that like cut in, and I'd ran on this path before. And I was like, I don't remember it being too hilly. And like when I cut onto the path, there was like no hill, and I was like, nice. Then I turned a corner and there was like not much of a hill. I mean, I'm in Florida, so it's not like I got like huge hills to deal with. But so I was like, whatever, I can get up this like gradual incline. And then right when I would be finishing, it went like, I don't know what degree incline it was. And I was like, nope. And I just turned around backwards and then finished running back from where I came from. So I was like dead. Like, I was probably, that put me like a half a mile away from my house because
That's probably good though.
veered. Yeah. But my wife ended up having to come get me because she'd finished. She started an hour before me. And so she finished about an hour before me as well. She crushed it. She like ran at a steady pace the whole time. Like, I want to say she ran like 930 miles for
That's good
13
too.
straight. And my pace was like 930 mile, 945, 10-minute mile, 10-minute mile. I stayed at the 10-minute mile mark for a long time. But then after the 10-mile mark, like I dropped to like 11:30s. Like by the end, I think I could have been walking faster than I was running, but that's all I got.
It probably would have been beneficial for you to walk home that half mile and just
I
kind
mean,
of like,
I walked it out, but like I said, it's a decent sized hill to get home. So I was like, in my knees, like I was guaranteeing to myself, I was like, I did something I shouldn't have done. Like, I pushed my body further than I needed to push my body. And I was kind of like mad at myself. Like, you think you'd be like happy after you got done with that. I was like kind of mad at myself because I was like,
yeah,
why did I do that all for like, like it wasn't even like a race or anything, but whatever.
So on your PT test, what is your time? generally?
Like, so I have to run a mile and a half as fast as I can. And I don't know, man, it's year to year on how quick I've done it. Like I've done it as quick as like 9 minutes and like 10 seconds. So basically 6 minute miles.
Yeah.
Well, whatever is 6 minute to a 6 minute mile, then like a 3 minute half mile.
Right.
And then,
But that's 6 minute miles. Like, so that's the pace you're on. I get what you're
yeah.
saying.
And then I've done it as slow as like whatever it would be to get like an 11:30 on it. And then usually I try to shoot for under 10 minutes, like doing it in under 10. But I think I've actually only done that once. So I would say if I averaged out all my PT scores throughout my career, it's been like 10:20, 10:30, something like that.
So you're probably closer to 7 minute miles, right?
Yeah.
And then I think that 11, the one you're talking about with the 11 is probably like a 7.5 minute mile, which isn't, I mean, those are still relatively fast.
Oh, and that one was brutal too because it was like sprung on me like I want to say a week before I had to do it. Like I had to take a PT test to like promote or something like that. I can't remember like what I would have been promoting to at that time. And then I was still young and dumb. So like something fun happened the night before and I literally went into it. I didn't sleep. Like I stayed out from the night before. I didn't sleep and I went and did a PT test. So that was a brutal one. But yeah, and then I'll keep it simple with my overs here. So wasn't as sore. So like I said, I thought like I tore some tissue in my knee that was going to be like sore for like a month. But I wasn't really sore the next day, which kind of surprised me. And
Is the
then
next day today or Sunday?
it was Sunday. So
Okay. And
so
so
yeah,
what, how do you feel today?
just fine. Like I went and started training to run fast. I'm in speed demon training mode now. Like I said, I got that PT test coming up. So I got to try to get under 10 minutes.
What's passing?
It's pretty slow. I want to say like 15 minutes.
So like a 10 minute mile.
Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. I could be wrong, but I don't tend to look at that one. I want to get a perfect score one time before I get out. And I was so close the time I ran the 9 minute mile and a half, but that I didn't get the push-ups that time. So I've never got the push-ups. Always got the sit-ups. One time got the run and never have got the push-ups. So.
All right. So what's the like how do you train push-ups?
I don't do that much. Like I just do like my normal chest stuff. So if I just started knocking out push-ups like crazy, I maybe could get myself to it. But like when I was in my younger days, it was like, not that I'm old, but like you need to get 68 push-ups in a minute. And I was like, that's not possible if you're doing push-ups. Like,
don't do them. Do whatever they let you get away with.
yeah,
Eat it.
That's what I need to do. But I usually my person grading me isn't that bad, but I've gotten bitched at for not going up all the way in push-ups because I kind of like it's probably like actually like a harder workout. Like what I do is just kind of
because you never lock out, right?
Yeah, but yeah, so need to get on that too. So I'll probably be joining Mike's 100 push-ups a day challenge here coming up.
Yeah, so for me, like I think the most I've gotten is 50 right now, but I did take 3 weeks off or whatever after I failed at the beginning of February. So
yeah, it gets different though, like when it's game time too. Though I'm sure you get more than 50, like if someone was like, this is your test, like this is like you have other people doing them next to you too. So like not that you're like competing with them, but like you're kind of like in the effort together. Like,
yeah, and somebody's watching you, like that definitely plays a part in it. Like you don't want to like look like a complete fool, right?
Yeah, it's game time. Cause yeah, I did a whole chest workout today and then I try to do my push-ups afterwards, which I think is stupid because I think I got to do it before my workout and then after my workout just to like hit it twice and see where
Ooh,
I'm
that's
at.
yeah.
Because
Yep.
I got 30 at the end of my workout, but I worked out my chest today, so that
Is your chest workout like? I mean, and we're getting into like
yeah, we're
weeds
going too
on.
far into this.
We're into the weeds on like fitness type stuff right at the moment. But is your chest workout like high rep or is it like getting strong type stuff?
High rep.
People think that's the same maybe, but
I'm not interested in the 2 rep max really. And I've just finished a program which was like pretty high rep, but I think I'm gonna pick up another program that's pretty high rep. But I'm probably gonna kind of do my own thing when it comes to the running, the push-ups and the sit-ups. Cause I'll probably just start doing 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups every day until like a week before my PT test and then kind of chill on them for
yeah,
a
that's a good
week
idea.
and then try to knock it out. But let's get out of this. Let's get out of this. So
Yeah.
my actual over is we set up something for our March Madness. So last year we did our fast food, and this is gonna be a tease. But I think we got a better March Madness bracket this year than the fast food one last year, and I like the fast food one.
I thought the fast food one was great.
Yeah.
Like we didn't edit it very well, like go through and get things that everybody had it, or at least a few of us had all tried. But I thought the fast food one last year was great. I do think this one will be okay too. So
No, and I'm sure we'll have some hiccups in this one, but like last time we spent too much time on like, oh, I've never had Bojangles, and then somebody else was like, no, me neither, no, and like no one had Bojangles, and we're like, what should we do with it then? Like, whereas
yeah,
this time, I'm gonna keep it teased for now. But with whatever we're doing, if we don't recognize the logo or the name or whatever, they probably just lose. Like
yeah,
that's
pretty
just
easy.
just the way it is. But
Yeah.
I think I have put together a decent list that once again I just ripped. So how about you? Let's get to you. Off me. What
All
was
right.
your
So
stuff?
so Sunday we're gonna go out, right? We're going out to visit Kelly's sister. So we're driving like probably like an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes away. And like 10 minutes before we're supposed to be on the road, uh, we discover that a diaper went through our washing machine. And I don't know if anybody has kids, like this might have happened to you, or you know what's in diapers. And so diapers explode when they have too much water in them. And so then like the beads that absorb all the water or the pee, right, get everywhere. So we had to like scrub out our washer before we left. And it was just kind of like a shitty way to start a day, right? There was, as far as I know, there was no shit in the diaper. I don't think there was. There was no like brown smears around the washing machine or nothing like that. So,
Well,
and it
you
was a
shit your pants enough that your washing machine probably can take that by now, right?
well, it has one like streak from me all the time, but not from the kids. So, uh, but anyway, the diaper goes through there because it got put in like with the pajamas or whatever, and just a like pretty pretty shitty way to just start the day. No pun intended, because the pun is only kind of there. Um, and then so I've been dieting pretty hard, and I miss drinking beer or booze way more than I thought I would.
Yeah, you're probably an alcoholic.
I mean, I didn't have withdrawals or anything that I'm aware of, but I do want, maybe that is a withdrawal. Huh.
I
Maybe.
think
I don't
I
know.
think
But
it's like a slight withdrawal.
no, but like I have 2 beers in my fridge that I'm just gonna wait until what, the 9th or 8th or whenever Easter is. And then I'll have beer or whatever. But I definitely have noticed that I want to have beer some nights. Like a Friday night after I get done with work, I want to have 4 or 5 beers.
Yeah, I get that. way easier. Like I don't know if it's an issue, but like even when we just do this or like when we meet up,
Yeah.
I miss having like a drink in my hand while we're doing this. Like I think we definitely do get like a lot shittier when we both get like pretty drunk and then we can't like recall a lot of stuff. But I think if we could keep it to like 2 or 3 beers, but you can drink beer. I gave you the loop.
No, yeah, but I took it away from myself. I said no.
It's bullshit, Mike.
Es muy no bueno. Yeah, so I took that away from myself. So all booze, whiskey, beer, whatever, right? Whatever I decided I wanted to drink, no drinking. And then like my body is not reacting on this current day very well to my diet, right? So my stomach's been kind of like grumbly and it's not doing great, but I think I'll adjust here in the next week or so.
Yeah, you do some strict stuff. I did want to make an amendment to the beer that you can drink. So you're
Okay.
not drinking any beers, but I think you can drink Blatz. So if you get Blatz, you can have some Blatz. You
I
can't
think
tell
I've
me
had
you
Blatz here, maybe not. I mean, I've drank some like some Beast, like ice, Milwaukee's ice or something.
but Blatz is just a nice cheap case. Um, Probably a 12 pack for $5 and some good real Milwaukee tasty beer you can have there. So you
I've heard
gotta have
Blatz is not very good, but I did have a kind of like a maybe this goes in our good ideas thing instead of in our overs and unders, but I think that they should sell beer in coolers.
like
Like your
styrofoam
cardboard
coolers,
box should be like a styrofoam cooler, maybe. Or I just pay like, so let's say I'm paying $17 for my 30 pack, or $20 for my 30 pack, or $25. It should just be like a $15 upgrade to get it like a cooler with it every time.
think you could just buy a cooler
I
for it.
could,
Like
but
with listen,
I don't want that. I want it to
so
come
for
in like a
you
case.
would pay 15 extra dollars for it to come in a cooler.
Maybe, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Probably not. I'm pretty cheap, but I think that that should have been the standard from the jump, like a styrofoam cooler instead of a
Yeah.
really ruin the world.
People are weird about styrofoam nowadays, but like if you're going to the beach and you don't have a cooler, like usually you can buy one of those styrofoam ones for like $2. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
See,
not
so it won't even have
that
to
far.
add on to it. Anyway,
I'll
so
yeah, you're good.
uh so the over was once we left, we had a pretty good weekend, spent the day, went down, had dinner with her sister down in Prairie du Chien, and then went on like a little like hiking thing, which that's not necessarily what I enjoy doing with my days, but my kids loved it. They were climbing on like trees and stuff in Iowa State Park. Fun fact about Iowa, they don't charge you to go to their state parks like Wisconsin does. So thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, that is nice. I didn't realize Wisconsin charged for it. Usually, I think if you have a military ID, you can get into any state park for free. I got to the Grand Canyon for free, so
That's
I
a
think
national park.
yeah, so
Yeah.
state or national.
Yep. Yeah, and I think that that's probably a pretty good idea. Like if you serve the country, you can
It's fair.
probably
Yeah, you can go look at some trees and shit.
yeah. But we had like, and then they had a pretty cool overlook that was over the river, right? But I did spend the day like mostly. So I was in Prairie du Chien, so I was right across the river from Iowa, and then we went into Iowa to the state park. I didn't gamble on any stuff though. I was disappointed in myself.
How would you go about doing it though? Just like download an
So
app really quick, or like
so I have the FanDuel app on my phone. I just have to be in a place that I can use it. I would have
oh
had to put money into it. I haven't put money into it, but I was disappointed in myself because I didn't do any gambling in my 2 hours in Iowa. So, and I think even from Prairie du Chien, I probably could have swung it,
yeah, get a
right? Hopefully,
VPN real quick. Just
yeah.
throw
Well,
it.
I mean, it might be from across the river anyway.
Oh, just have yeah. Just
the tower or whatever.
get a fishing pole, wrap your phone up, and then cast it across the river, make the bet. I don't know who would make the bet. You just have to find someone on the other side of the river, like hit the button, and
Yeah,
boom.
yeah. The river we're talking about, yeah, right. That river too. Like you just cast across it, no problem. It's only like
Yeah.
a mile wide.
Yeah, if you got like one of the bass um, caster pros, I knew a kid in school that was like really good at casting. He like did competitions and everything.
Oh, well, good for him.
You know,
Uh, and then so Quick Trip has brought back these 4-ounce pork sirloins that are wrapped in bacon, and they're 99 cents. I've been stopping every day to get them. We don't eat them every day, but like you can only buy 5 at a time. So every day on my way home from work, I just stop and scoops them up. They're real good. I'm pumped that they're back for 99 cents.
yeah, that ain't a bad deal. Yeah, we are definitely missing out on quick trips in Florida because yeah, our gas stations down here do not hold a candle to quick trip. Got to pay $1.50 to put air in my tires. Never have
See?
like a quick stop to get food.
Yeah, and like at Quick Trip, you can kind of do all that shit. Like
Yeah,
anything you really want to like grab real quick, Quick Trip pretty much has. Sometimes it's a little bit more expensive, but
yeah. No, we need them to move to Florida for sure. Like I don't get why this area hasn't had someone like I guess like me recognize like, oh, this is a big like miss that they have. Cause I honestly in Tallahassee, I haven't found one nice gas station.
so and I mean, so there's no like Casey's or anything either. Casey's is pretty close to a Quick Trip. What about
Yeah,
like Flying J's?
no. Well, maybe. I don't know. We have like
If
a
you see a
gate.
Flying J's, those are usually on the interstate. You could stop at one of those. Those are okay.
Yeah, we have something called a gate, and that one's fine, but like it's still just like the packaged sandwiches that were like put in the microwave and then like put back out. I don't know. Yeah, we definitely need a quick trip in this area. They would kill.
All right. Quick Trips in Florida. Let's go. Talk to
Let's
Drew.
let's do this. Yep. He doesn't take my good quick trip ideas though, so